Now please continue standing for the playing of our national anthem. And you may be seated. Good morning and welcome to Seckman High School, home of the Jaguars. My name is Abby Woods and I am Seckman's Student Council President.
And my name is Eli Sassinger and I'm the President of National Honor Society here at Seckman. We are your hosts for this year's State of the County breakfast.
The theme for this year's breakfast is unity. If you take a moment to look at your centerpieces, they were created by our students, and they were created for them to think of what they thought of whenever they heard the word unity.
It is so important to remember that whether we are in Imperial, Arnold, Festus, High Ridge, and Hillsborough, we are all one community and one county. And together united, we can accomplish so much more than we can separately.
Now please welcome to the stage Rick Francis, a Jefferson County Growth Association board member, for this morning's invocation.
Good morning. Thank you, Eli, Abby. Let's pray together, please. Our dear Heavenly Father, we do thank you for this day, and we thank you for all the gifts and blessings that you've bestowed upon us. We give our thanks for this Fox School District, Seckman High School, the administration, the staff, and the students that have opened their doors to our community to have this event. We ask your blessings and we give thanks for all of those who have served in the armed forces and are serving in the armed forces, and those veterans that have given their lives and are serving to protect the freedoms that we enjoy here today. We also ask your blessings and guidance for our first responders that serve and protect us on a daily basis. The past 2 years, we're so grateful to be here in person this year, and we want to give a special blessing and ask your special blessings on our healthcare workers during this pandemic that have sacrificed and given so much for the health care of our community. We ask for your guidance and blessing and wisdom and strength for all our leaders at all levels of government in our county, state, and nation. As we go our separate ways today, we ask that you give us strength when we have weaknesses. We ask for healing when we are sick, and we ask for comfort in our times of sorrow. We ask as we go our separate ways to serve our community that you give us strength to make this place a better place to live. We ask that you bless this food that we're about to partake into the nourishment of our bodies, and we ask that you bless those who prepared it, and we ask for forgiveness anytime we have our shortcomings. In his name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Rick Francis, for that prayer. Now it's time for breakfast. To avoid on a rush on the serving line, visit with those at your table, and please wait to be dismissed before entering the breakfast buffet line. Thank you. Dismiss. These three tables first. 6, 5, 6, 7.
Tables 5, 6, and 7. All right. We hope you enjoyed your breakfast this morning. Let's hear it for the wonderful food, which has been catered by Sunny Street Cafe.
You are here at Seckman High School this year because, well, frankly, it was our turn to host this breakfast. But seriously, we are pleased to welcome you to Seckman High School. Now, I would like to introduce our superintendent of the Foxy 6 School District, Dr. Paul Frigo.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here today. Welcome to the Fox C6 School District and Seckman High School. I'm talking to several people in the group out there today. It's just great to get people back together again, be able to talk face to face, make those connections. So it's just great to see everybody here today in support of Jefferson County. I'd like to do a couple thank yous before I get started. I'd like to thank all the volunteers, plus our facilities guys, our Seckman High School Student Council, our Seckman Band, and all our students who volunteered their time this morning and yesterday to make sure we had a great event here today. So I'd like to give them a round of applause. Yes, it is a beautiful morning in Jefferson County. You never know with the way the weather's been going what we were going to have today, but we do have a 60-degree weather today before another snowstorm later this week. So welcome to Missouri, right? All right, we'll get started here. Tell you a little bit about Fox C6 first. Uh-oh. There we go. So we have 11,278 students in our district, pre-K through 12. We have one early childhood center up on Jeffco Boulevard, 11 elementary schools, 4 middle schools, and 2 high schools. So we're a very extensive organization in Jefferson County, and we impact a lot of kids on a daily basis, and it's a great profession to be in. Also, well, I don't know what's going on with this clicker. It's probably operator error at some point. So we have 20% of our kids qualify for free and reduced lunch, and we have about 17% of our kids who have IEPs and receive special education services in our district. Thanks to Prop P, our voters passed a bond issue to do some improvements in the district. At Antonia Elementary, we're going to get new offices. We're going to get new classrooms, put the building in ADA compliance, get a secure entry, which is very important in today's society. A new library will be put up, and current library going to be converted into 2 more classrooms, a new student conference area, and then we're going to reconfigure the traffic flow so people can get in and out of the campus a lot better. Very excited about that. And then at Merrimack Heights Elementary, we're going to build a new cafeteria. The old cafeteria is going to be repurposed to a library. We're going to have new offices put in, new classrooms. Again, ADA compliance work will take place. Another secure entrance will be put in place, student commons, courtyard for STEM activities, and again, we're going to reconfigure the traffic flow so people can get in and out of the campus easy. And I'm happy to announce that the groundbreaking will be in April, so we'll be looking for some more information about that. We'll be starting those projects very soon, weather permitting. The Seckman campus, where you're at now, the middle school is going to get a new addition. We're going to have 5 new classrooms put in, as well as a new learning center onto the building, which will be very beneficial for our students. Again, we're going to get secured entrances at both the middle school and the elementary. And then we're going to remodel the science classrooms, update the science classrooms here in this building. Again, all because our voters approved Prop P. We're getting all this work done for kids, so thank you. And then at the Fox campus, we'll have some work starting up very soon. They're going to put an addition on the front, right where it curves, right there by the middle school. There will be an addition put on. Science department, art department, fax classrooms, and a maker space where technology type work can happen. And then there's going to be a new main office at the Fox Middle School. It's going to be moved closer to the entry where people pull in, so it's more prevalent when you drive up. Again, we're going to make the entry secure at the middle school and elementary. So a lot of good work going on there, and we'll have more announcements about that work moving forward. As I said, we're a large organization and a big part of Jefferson County, and we want to be a part of what I like to call a Fox C6 strong community. We want to create kids who can go out in the workplace, leave here, and be strong contributors to society moving forward and help our community thrive. We provide high quality, well, come on. There we go. We provide high quality instruction. JP, why don't you just run this for me? Thank you. In our buildings, we have teachers who practice best practice. They facilitate collaboration throughout the grade levels. We're very proud of our Project Lead the Way work, where kids are working in computer science and engineering. It started out as a small program at the high school. It's now pre-K through 12th grade, and kids are learning all types of work that'll be valuable members of a global society moving forward. Also, you may or may not know this, over 90% of our graduating seniors, year after year, leave this district and move on to college, a trade school, military, or a career they have prepared for during their educational years in the Fox School District. So we're very proud of that as well. Advanced placement exams this spring. We have kids registered for 769 advanced placement exams. And this is very important. Just being exposed to the rigorous curriculum involved in advanced placement, research shows benefits kids throughout high school and when they move on out of high school, just getting exposed to that difficult work and those critical thinking skills. So we're very excited about our kids challenging themselves in advanced placement courses. We also have 40 students enrolled in a college accelerated program, our CAPS program, in partnership with Jefferson College. We have some representatives here. Kids can leave our district with a high school diploma as well as an associate's degree from Jefferson College, which is very beneficial for them. It speeds up their process, advancing to wherever they want to be beyond high school. So we're very proud of that program and that partnership with Jefferson College, so thank you guys for that. We have 161 kids enrolled in technology and trade programs. This is very important as we prepare the workforce for the 21st century. I came across a Bureau of Labor Statistics stat that during the pandemic, there's been 8 million jobs lost in construction, transportation, and mechanical careers, and only 4 million have been replaced. So there are 4 million jobs unfilled in construction, transportation, and mechanical work alone. So it's very important that we get our kids involved in technology and trades so they can be providing those services the community needs, the country needs, and the world needs. Our kids also do well when they apply for scholarships. Last year's class, despite being involved in a pandemic, $18.3 million worth of scholarships earned at Seckman and Fox High School. So we're very proud of that and the kids' performance to go out in a competitive world, apply for scholarships, and able to earn that to help mitigate the costs of college. Now there's some general stats. Now we're going to talk about what it's really about, the individual people. You have pictured here Ryan Bradshaw. Ryan Bradshaw got a 36 on his ATT, which is a perfect score. So we're very proud of Ryan. Let's give him a hand. Those don't happen very often. Sydney Clark, she's a senior at Fox High School. I got to meet her the other day at one of our Project Lead the Way activities. She was recognized by the National Center for Women and Information Technology, the NCWIT, with the 2022 NCWIT Award for Aspirations in Computing. Sydney was one of only 400 female high school students across the United States to be recognized for this honor. Great job, Sydney. Curtis Schmidt. Last weekend's Seckman High School junior Curtis Schmidt competed in the St. Louis Teen Talent Competition Finals at the Fox Theater. This is the second time he's qualified for that and performed at the Fox Theater. Because of his work, Curtis received a $1,000 scholarship. He received the Terry Linford Classical Music Award and the Mighty Wurlitzer Award for keyboard. So congratulations, Curtis. We also have a lot of great activities for our students to be involved in. Pictured up there on the left, you see a robotics competition, which Fox High School hosted last weekend. We had 22 other schools come to the community and compete in robotics. So we're very proud of the program, the Robotics Club, and the work they do. And on the right, you see the Seckman National Honor Society. They held a blood drive as well as Fox, and so we have this. We're developing not just these academically strong kids, but these kids that are wanting to give back to the community, and that's about developing a whole student. So we really appreciate students participating in the blood drive to help our community, and they've now started a contest with a traveling trophy on who can gather the most blood each blood drive. So they made a little competition to even increase their contribution even more. So I appreciate their commitment to community service. We also have athletic programs, which we're very proud of. You may or may not have heard that the Seckman wrestling team went to state this weekend and received second in the state as a team. So how about that? We have Cole Rubel. He was an individual state championship in boys wrestling. And I'm proud to announce that Faith Spicer from Fox High School is our first female state champion in wrestling. So how about that? That stuff's hot off the presses. That all happened this weekend. And then you have Bella Markham, who continues to set school records in cross country. And this fall, she got 9th in state in cross country. So we're really proud of Bella and all her performances in cross country. So how about a hand for her as well? And you can't have all those great kids without great staff members to support them. They do a lot of great work for our kids, and they make up the fabric of our community. They're involved in a lot of activities, both inside the building and outside the building, and we're very proud of the work they do as well. And they're always striving to get better. Last summer, during a pandemic, we had 902 people individually register for summer learning to become better educators for our kids. So they work diligently to continue to be improved and be lifelong learners, and we really appreciate their commitment to being the best teacher they can be in the classroom. We have Nicole Heidert, last year's Teacher of the Year. She teaches over at Seckman Middle School. She teaches science, and so be watching this spring. We're going to be honoring this year's Teacher of the Year as well, and we're very excited for that announcement coming up. We also had Rebecca Shipley, a music teacher at Simpson Elementary. She was the 2022 Music Educator Association East Central District Music Educator of the Year. We're really proud for Rebecca and her contributions to kids in our music program. Let's give a hand for all those folks who do great work. This is one of the best parts of the job, getting up here and be able to talk about the great things our district does, the great people we have working here. And I'll just say, our kids sometimes there's not enough great news about kids out there, so anytime I get a chance to talk about what great things kids are doing, it's always a great thing to do. Our kids do wonderful things. They have great hearts. They're very respectful, and they want to give back to this community, and I'm very proud to be the leader of the kids and the staff in this district. We're very Fox C6 strong. Also, we are involved in social media. We have a Facebook page, we have a Twitter page, we have an Instagram page, and I have one as well. I think the district's a better follow than me, but if you want to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, you get some great information about kids and our staff. And I've been talking to the students around the district, and they told me I'm behind the times. I need to get an Instagram account. So I'm going to be working with JP and get a tutorial on that. And so be looking soon for the Fox C6 Superintendent's Instagram account. They said that's where it's at, Dr. Frigo. So we don't look at Twitter and Facebook that much anymore. So I'm going to be adding that to my repertoire and I'll be able to reach more of our students. Again, I just want to thank everybody for being here today. I hope you enjoyed this information we shared. It's great to be part of this community. We were talking about this last week at Rotary. This community is such a giving community and wants what's best for all kids and everybody that lives here in Jefferson County. And I'm just proud and honored to be part of this leadership team in Jefferson County. So thanks for all you do, and thanks for being here today.
Now, please welcome to the stage the Jefferson County Growth Association Board President, Mr. Dan Govero.
Welcome to the State of the County for the Growth Association and the county. We put together every year. Last year was kind of bad because we had to do it virtually because of COVID. So this year we're back together again, and it's great, and it's good to see everybody and be able to talk to face to face. I want to thank the Fox School District on all their students for all the work they've done. They were great help yesterday and today also. They really pitched in and worked hard. And if you're looking at the table decorations, they put a lot of time and thought into them. Some of the placemats, if you read the sayings on them, they're great. It's wonderful to have them involved with the whole Growth Association State of the County. Before we get too far along, I want to recognize any veterans in the audience. Gosh, they're getting few of us. Yeah, there we go. And then the first responders. I know we got first responders. Thank you. Without you guys, we'd really be in trouble. Because that's what part of what we're here for, is to shop Jefferson County so we have the funds for the first responders. I want to take and recognize some of the guests we have today from Jefferson County. I know we got Dennis Gannon, the executive. Then we got the county council. Would all of you stand? There. These are the people that run the county, and they make the rules, and we try to abide by them. Sometimes we get in conflicts, but we got a good council, and it keeps the county in line. Jefferson County officials, would everybody connected with the county please stand? I know there's several. And then we have our Jefferson County Economic Development. This economic development is what makes this county fly, because right now we've got a lot of things going. There's a lot of projects you're looking at. It's been around forever, but they do a lot of things that people don't recognize or see up front. It's behind the scenes, and because of them, we do have a lot more jobs and businesses in this county. So we appreciate what they do. Would the federal representatives be Rob Vescovo, I don't know if Mary Beth Wolf, and Benjamin Gruner? I don't know if they're here. State senators, Lane Gannon and Paul Whelan. Stan? Yeah. State Representatives Dan Shaw, Cindy Courtway, and Mike McGrill. Thanks. City of Arnold officials, I know you guys got a table, and we made you get up early, but I think you all made it. So stand up and be recognized. City of Peevely officials, if we have a table of Peevely. Thank you. Glad you made it. So then I want to recognize the people that help us be here. We couldn't afford this, and that's all our sponsors. You'll see there around the edge, there are banners. You see it on our table, and you see their wording. But all these sponsors help us offset the cost of putting this together. But we have, well, I'm going to start with some of the recognition. The Boy Scout Troops 372, the Seckman High School Band, and the Fox C6 staff and students. Like I said, they did an excellent job. KJEF 1400 AM is in live stream, SDL. He's the one that's putting this together to keep us on track and get it out to the public. Dobbs Tire and Auto, they're one of our biggest sponsors for everything we do. Comtree is next, Govro Land Services, and then we have Jefferson County Recorder of Deeds, Debbie Dunnigan, Express Employment Professionals, Express Mart, Home Service Oil, which is now West. I think it's the new name. Okay. So that's the new name. It's called West. But they're big in the county and have a lot of gas stations and express marts and even a new one right across the street. So First State Community Bank, Jim Butler Chevrolet, Chestnut Health Systems, Enterprise Bank and Trust, St. Paul GM Country, Development Disabilities Advocates, Custom Insurance Services Incorporated, Mercy Hospital Jefferson, Edward Jones, Scott Seek, City of Arnold, Northwest Jefferson County Chamber of Commerce, Jefferson College, State Representative Dan Shaw, Merrimack Specialty, North Medical Group, Sheet Metal Contractors, and Leader Publications. With those people, you can see they've sponsored this thing with quite a bit of the money. So we appreciate them doing that, because without them, again, we could not afford to be here and put this all together. I want to read, this group started in 1988, and it was failures. Went downhill after that, started big time with a lot of money, and then they spent the money and didn't keep it going. So in 2012, the organization was reorganized, renamed to Growth Association instead of Growth and Development, and then we made new mission statement and a whole new board. And the mission statement was the mission of the Jefferson County Growth Association is to provide coordination, leadership, professional leadership to promote, support new and existing growth throughout Jefferson County, Missouri. The theme today was unity. For the school picked that theme. And I think it's great for our association, because anybody that knows me, when we first started and reorganized this thing, my idea was to unify all the organizations in the county into one big organization and have branches for each one. I tried to do some of that, but it didn't happen. But I thought that would give us a lot more power and strength if some of these placemats state, one person, one drop of water, together we're an ocean. And I think that really hits home. And like I said, I tried to do that, but it didn't work. So we're keeping the way we are with all the pieces of our organization. We have a lot of the things we did last year, even with still some COVID threats, but we was really successful in doing a lot of our events. And I think it was because of our group, our board of directors, how hard they work. We have a good board of directors that's active. They all take different projects and put our efforts into it. I know we have Andy does the Bottleneck Bridge Ride, which brings in a lot of people from out of town to shop Jefferson County. I think we got a golf group that really puts a good golf program together, so we had a good turnout for that. We do a lot of different events for the whole county because we want to be a county representative. Again, unity as a county. And then I want to thank Sharon Floyd. Where's Sharon? Stand up. Without Sharon, we wouldn't do any of this stuff because I'm telling you, she's a worker. She tries to keep me straight, but she has a lot of troubles with me. But again, if you look at the events coming up, we're going to have a lot of we got one new event. Actually, we started last fall, and it's really took off, and that's the Business Women's Group. I always thought we didn't have any professional business women to be active out here, and Cammie Kimes took the beer by the horns and put it together. We've had several meetings. They've been very successful. If you haven't attended one, you're missing out because we're going to have a bunch every quarter. I think we've got a business women's group meets, and it's like I said, well attended, something that's been needed in this county. So we're doing again. If you got things that we need to look at, we'll do that because that's what we want to do is provide for the whole county. But I want to go through new programs. Was the professional women's. One thing we got to redo is the One Voice, One Plan. I'll be working on that this year. It needs updated, and we're going to try to get that done. The Shop Jefferson County is, as you know, that's one of our big things is to keep shopping Jefferson County, to keep our taxes here. Without them, our first responders, our police, our fire, and our roads. Jason Jonas appreciates the road tax because it keeps our roads up, and he's been improving a lot of the roads. And we're trying to do a lot more stuff in the county, and the county has grown tremendously in the last year. If you just look at all the new houses, I think next year is going to be the year of apartments, it seems like, because there's a lot of apartment projects in the it's come through the county, and I think they've approved a lot of them. So I know there's probably about 400 to 600 apartments or more. The county can tell you how many you've approved. But I think that's a good thing for the county. With that comes new businesses. With that comes hopefully new manufacturing. I know that like Good Earth Tools is expanding again. Those guys are really going to town. And there's a lot of opportunity in this county for growth for both business, industry, and residential. So that's what we're happy with. Again, we'll work with the EDC when they're looking at pieces of ground. We kind of work together to tell them to come down here and look at this stuff. And then economic development looks at what they have to do to get loans and help get through the permits and stuff. So it's a complimentary to have those guys work with us and make all this stuff happen in Jefferson County. Again, we want to keep pushing to bring town. Last year we started a tourism group because we think that's a big thing, and it has to be a separate group from the Growth Association, and that has been done, and they're on their way to bringing advertisement for people to come down for tourism. So I think that's another big thing we were involved with. I think it's been real successful. So we're going to keep working toward that stuff to keep the Jefferson County moving. One thing I will say is Shop Jefferson County could save your life, and here's how it can save it. Because not only does the taxes pay for the police, the fire, 911, and our roads, and all these amenities that we really like to have. So We want to keep the taxes here, keep spending here, and I have never seen a delivery truck from one of these internet services, or not the internet, but the online. I've never seen one of those trucks with a ladder, fire ladder, or a fire hose, or a paramedic on it. So they can probably deliver you a casket maybe, but I don't think they can deliver what we need to stay alive and keep healthy. So that's where our paramedics and stuff come in. So please shop Jefferson County, support what we need, and keep going. Thank you.
If you can believe it, it has only been 11 years that Jefferson County has had a county executive. I say only for us because that's more than half of our lives, but for many of you it may seem like yesterday.
Mr. Dennis Gannon took office in January of 2019 as Jefferson County's second county executive. He is here with us this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, Jefferson County, Missouri Executive, Mr. Dennis Gannon.
Thank you. Thank all of you today. I want to, just before they get out of here, because it seems like everybody in this building has been recognized except Eli and Abby. So Eli and Abby, can we get a picture? Come over here, please. Right here. Steve, did you get a good picture of us? Okay. All right, thank you so much. So, I'm going to try to make this work. Can you hear me okay? Okay. Thank you, Eli and Abby. I will say this. I'm not sure if we missed anybody. Okay, we can't hear. So the people in the back are saying you can't hear. Is that better? Okay. All right. Well, the first time I gave this speech, I had a lot of trouble with this microphone, and it seemed like the microphone was in the middle of my speech. So I guess I'm going to have to open this up and kind of go the opposite direction here so I don't mess this up. So I assume that everybody can hear me now. Clint, can you hear me okay back there? Okay. Well, good morning to everybody here this morning. And I would like to repeat what was said before by Dr. Frago and also by Dan. Welcome and thank you all for coming today. Particular thanks to the Jefferson County Growth Association, because without them sponsoring this event and your support of them sponsoring this event, there's multiple things in the county that may or may not happen because of that. And I'd like to thank Dr. Frago also. Paul, where are you at? All the way in the back, holding the corners together back here. Paul, thank you for hosting us today, and Eli and Abby, thank you for being our gracious host on the stage today. So I would like to thank all of you for coming. I'd like to thank those who are listening on the radio today, or those who may be watching this at a future time on social media. Just thanks for taking your time today out of your busy schedule to be here. I would like to take a minute also and recognize Mayor Ron Counts and the City of Arnold. This year will be their 50th anniversary, and starting in March of this next month, they're going to be kicking off a celebratory run to September for the final celebration. So for the City of Arnold and Mayor Counts, congratulations on your good. Mayor, would you stand up? And I know there's a table here. There's some aldermen here. Brian, would you all stand up? So keep in mind, I knew sooner or later I'd get a clap. Arnold is not the oldest city in Jefferson County, but they are the first city that you come with, along with coming outside of High Ridge, down I-55, and you have High Ridge and Arnold. They are a key stakeholder in the success of Jefferson County, so thank you all, and I appreciate, Ron, your leadership in the county. As we move on, I'd like to identify some significant activities and achievements that we accomplished in Jefferson County during 2021. I would then like to share with you a few of the initiatives and progress, additional goals and objectives for 2022 and beyond. Today I submit to you that Jefferson County, the state of Jefferson County, is resilient and strong, and thank you all for that effort. Although we entered 2021 with the COVID pandemic still front and center, our lives as citizens in Jefferson County, we proved that we can survive. Along with the strength and determination of many people, we are continue to be here. We're strong. Our county is open for business. We have been open for business the last year, and I appreciate all the effort for that. As a result of the continued pandemic, some of our initiatives began the year in a holding pattern. But as we moved forward throughout the year, we began executing on several initiatives. And I will say, as you came in today, you saw all the cones out on Seckman Road out here. That was one of the initiatives that we talked about almost 3 years ago. Jason, is that right? We met up here at Fox about 3 years ago to talk about the initiative that's taking place right now out on Seckman Road. So that was delayed a little bit through the pandemic. But you can see the fine things that are happening now along Seckman Road to improve the life here in Seckman Valley. And now in 2022, we will continue moving forward as staffing capacity allows, funding is there, and project timelines allow. Last year, we were able to complete and distribute 26, I'm going to have to take my glasses off because this stage is not the right height and my bifocals aren't working. Last year, we were able to award $26 million of the CARES Act. Those funds were targeted for assistance for COVID-19 mitigation. Those allocations were for health initiatives, business assistance, municipalities, school districts, and residential care facilities. The county emergency management team completed the acquisition and distribution of 43,000 PPE kits during the 2021 winter season, and recently, another 20,000 PPE kits were assembled to combat COVID-19 and other seasonal illnesses. Other 2021 Jefferson County initiatives included the completion of a biannual inspection of 171 county-maintained bridges in Missouri, county-maintained bridges with the Missouri Department of Transportation. We added 15 subdivisions in the county road maintenance program. Our county council approved the roadway master plan and county safety road plan. The completion of more than 350 counts on the various county maintained roads. The completion of 15 local and federally funded road projects that included $10 million worth of construction. This year, the approval of federal funding for 8 road project grants totaling $7.1 million, the installation and upgrade of security monitoring and utility service at county parks, and the purchase of a land parcel in Hillsborough for a new Jefferson County jail. In addition, this year, we opened the new Animal Resource Center along Highway 30. This project was initiated and executed by the staff and administration, and with the approval of the county council, we accomplished this long overdue project, which was badly needed and provided improved animal service and transitioning for animals that come into the care of Jefferson County throughout the year. Jefferson County recycling initiatives collected 471 tons of waste in 2021, with an average of 795 patrons per month participating in the program. In continuing our mission of improving customer service, the residents of Jefferson County, the Public Works Department investigated, completed, and closed out approximately 1,000 road service requests, 230 stormwater complaints, and 2,100 building service requests. The results of the census released in 2021 revealed that Jefferson County population continues to grow during the last decade. The population as reflected in the census lists Jefferson County with 226,739,000 citizens, which is about a 4% growth rate over the previous 10 years. By comparison, the state of Missouri had a population growth of 3% during the same period. From 2000 to 2010, the Jefferson County population grew at approximately 10%. Now, you might wonder what this means, and I will just say this. The current census numbers indicate two things. We did have an increase in population over the past 10 years, but it was much lower than the previous 10 years. Second, our rate of growth was still slightly higher than the state average, and Jefferson County is currently the 7th largest county in the state of Missouri of 114 counties. So you can see that Jefferson County is growing, but we're not being overrun. So there's still room for a lot more activity to happen. Over the last 10 years, the census measuring period, Jefferson County ranked 9th for actual population growth and 16th in percent of population growth in Missouri. The census numbers indicate that there's a lot going on in Jefferson County, but we still have more time to improve it. After the release of the census data in 2021, as required by our Jefferson County Charter, the council appointed a 14-member bipartisan commission to work on redistricting. The charge of the commission was to analyze population changes in each district and to redistrict or adjust council district boundaries based on the population that either moved to or from the districts. My wife's phone. So if you want to know whose phone just went off, it was my wife. I'll catch it when I get home. Don't worry. We'll have a long day. Today will be a very long day. The members of this commission and the county staff worked diligently to complete this project. The commission presented a map for consideration to our county council, and the map was approved unanimously by the county council of January 31st of this last year. Key economic indicators for Jefferson County were strong in 2021. It appears to be continuing thus far this year. Construction activities, business development, and sales tax collections are all key indicators and measure economic health. Our planning department issued 518 single-family permits with an estimated value of $135 million in construction cost. The department also issued 338,000 total permits with an estimated value of $186 million in construction. Each construction permit this year rose slightly higher than last year. Residential housing sales prices continue to be very strong in the county, and the number of days a house is on the market are historically low. This is an indication that there is still a need for more houses to be built in Jefferson County. Sales tax collection on goods services bought in Jefferson County last year rose 9.1%. Sales tax on goods sold in Jefferson County are used to pay for roads and bridges, general operations of your county government, and the law enforcement operations of our county government. As we have worked collaboratively with Jefferson County Port Authority and the Economic Development Corporation, we have seen increased interest in Jefferson County by business partners. The Jefferson County Port Authority opened the new landing at Kimmswick this year with the arrival of the American Duchess riverboat that had more than 200 passengers and crews that were able to shop, dine, and visit Kimmswick as well as other parts of Jefferson County. I would like to thank, and I know Harold's not here today, but I would like to thank Harold Hamby, who has been very, very prominent and very active in making sure this happens in Kimmswick. And I think that you will see the resurgence of Kimmswick and what I think will be taking place in many parts of the county. After years of hard work and commitment by many stakeholders, on December 17, 2021, a press conference was held in Herculaneum announcing a new containerized port, which would be the first marine inland waterway shipping container port in Jefferson County. This will be a port that will be a container port for a specific river vessel that will carry its containers on barges, its container on a vessel versus a container on a barge. This will be for inland waterways. It will be for both imports and exports. So you will see that Jefferson County is going to be vital with distribution to the heart of America and the heart of the world. Development of this port will resolve part of the widespread problem we have now with our distribution of products across the nation. Discussions are currently underway with other business entities that have their interest in locating here in Jefferson County. Please understand that this doesn't happen without a lot of hard work and many people. I believe that Jefferson County is positioning itself to make sure that people who have large business interests in manufacturing want to plant their brand right here in Jefferson County. At the end of 2021, the dedication and persistence of many local, state, and federal officials, it was announced that the initial funding for I-55, addition of I-55 and the improvements of I-55, adding an additional northbound and southbound lane was approved. This improvement is going to go from Peevely, Missouri down and through U.S. Highway 67 interchange in Festus. That will include improvements to the highway itself. Is there something flashing over here? All of a sudden, everybody started looking that way. So anyway, the improvements itself will be both the northbound and a southbound lane, and it will include improvements to the ramps and overpasses. This will increase safety and capacity for future growth in our corridor. Initiatives and projects like this do not happen overnight, and it takes many stakeholders continuing to work hard. All of our senators and representatives in the State House need to make sure that we safeguard money for Jefferson County so that all of these initiatives continue to move forward. As we began 2022, we are continuing to move projects forward and implement planned and delayed projects. Some of those government initiatives this year will include upgrading the restrooms and facilities at 7 county-maintained parks, the implementation of a highway signing program by installing and replacing 2,000 signs on county-maintained roads, completion of approximately $1 million of capital renovation projects for various county buildings, and the continuous allocation of the ARPA funds, which consists of $44 million. We will be taking this year we will be taking a county master plan, and we will begin a multi-year process that will result in a new comprehensive master plan. This plan, when approved, will be utilized to help and guide and accomplish a coordinated development effort for the county. We will be implementing a new unified payment process platform for all departments that receive cash from citizens that will be user-friendly and provide additional access and service for the residents of Jefferson County. Staff, some of you who are involved in building will appreciate this. Staff will be presenting code changes also that will reduce, streamline, and in some cases eliminate many of our current regulations and red tape. The sheriff and I have been in discussions about several funding options for the law enforcement and how we might be able to utilize the American Rescue Plan funds to accomplish many needed enhancements for law enforcement and to keep our streets and roads safer. As a result of these discussions, I will be submitting to the County Council a recommendation to fund the design and construction of a crime lab in Jefferson County. Moving forward, I look forward to working with Sheriff Marshak and our prosecuting attorney, Tricia Stefanski, in ways that we can provide law enforcement and criminal prosecution better in Jefferson County. Tricia, so we're going to have a project coming up here shortly. We have much to be thankful for, but yet we have much that we can improve on. We, the citizens of Jefferson County, should never be satisfied with the status quo. As we assemble here today, Jefferson County is positioned to embark on a path of charting and navigating our own course, meeting the challenges of today and of the future. These challenges and opportunities, if successfully met, will ensure the future of our county and the future of our citizens to be promising and rewarding. As we set our course today, each of us has a vital role to serve, and we cannot reach our destination if we do not work together and if we get sidetracked or we step backwards. We are all in this together. Some have said that a moment delayed is an opportunity lost. Unity in numbers brings strength. Will we be us and them, or will we be us and us? Working together on what unites us instead of wasting valuable time and resources on what divide us will bring more opportunity for success, and everyone will benefit. Robert F. Kennedy once said, "Few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events. And in total, of all the acts that are done, this will be written in the history of Jefferson County." I added the Jefferson County part. As President Ronald Reagan echoed, "There are no constraints of the human mind, no walls around human spirit, no barriers to our progress except those we erect ourselves." As we move forward in Jefferson County, let us commit one to another that we will make every effort within our power to ensure each day granted to us is better than the last one. And we must ensure our county is a place where our children, our grandchildren, and future generations will always want to call home. In closing, I want to again thank the citizens of Jefferson County for remaining strong and supporting our businesses, our community, and our county. Thank you all for the often many encouraging words, and I will tell you I also benefit from the not encouraging words too. I want to thank you for the opportunity to serve as your county executive. Be safe, be healthy. God bless our county, and God bless the USA. Thank you.
I'm a little bit shorter, so I need to bring this down.
On behalf of the Jefferson County Growth Association and the Fox C6 School District, we would like to thank you for being here today to show that we really are one united county. Be sure to mark all your calendars for the 2023 State of the County Breakfast on Monday, February 20th, 2022. Next year's host will be the Dunklin R5 School District.
And also, we wanted to make note, on your tables, you guys have 2022 calendars. Those were made by our Guffey Elementary students, and they'd really appreciate if you guys take those home, so that is our gift to you. So thank you, everybody, for coming out, and have a great rest of your day.